Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, Upfront and Personal. This is your host, Ananya, welcoming all of you to yet another episode. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a great day. It's 6:05 in the evening in India, and I'm so excited to speak to you all again because yesterday I couldn't uh, record or post because I had a very hectic day at work. And I have a normal 9 to 5 job, although it should not be an excuse, and I should keep this podcast and the job away. It took a very big share of my day, and that's why I couldn't post yesterday. But don't worry, I'm here today to talk to you all. And don't mind the kids who are playing in the background. I'm sitting in my room. Don't worry, I'm not anywhere outdoors. But there is a playground right next to my room, and there are some kids who are playing, even though it's super cold here. But I guess when you are young, when you are 10, 12 years old, you don't really care if it's cold or hot. You just want to play cricket. So that's what they're doing. So don't mind if they yell or they make sounds. That's something that I can't do anything about. Anyways, so I was thinking about what to make this episode on, and then I was lost in thought, and then my mother started yelling at me, and she said that in the morning I gave you this one bottle of water, and it's sitting on your desk, and you have been working for 3 hours and you have not taken a single sip of water. What's happened to you? Drink more water. And I was like, fine, fine, I'll drink it. And then I realized I am a person who doesn't normally have a lot of problems with drinking water. I drink copious amounts of water normally, but I am not drinking it nowadays. Like, I think my water intake has really gotten low. So, what to do about it? And then I figured how to intentionally drink more water, and it's extremely important. And I don't have to uh, come here and elaborate on the benefits that drinking enough amount of water give us, which is flushing out all the toxins from our body, making sure that our skin is clear, making sure that our digestion is smooth, making sure that kidneys function well. A lot of things. Even the fact that how much are we sweating is also dependent on how much water are we taking. There are a lot of problems that happen when you don't take enough water. I guess I said I don't have to elaborate on the benefits of water, and here I am doing the same thing. But no, I just want to basically tell you all, if you all or are also struggling with the fact that you can't have enough water, especially if you're working in an office or you are in any kind of setup which is academic, where you have to sit down on a desk and work a lot. uh, you're mentally, you are churning out thoughts, you're doing a lot of work, of course you're working, but it doesn't involve physical labor. Also, because you're very involved in your notebook, your laptop, your phone, this and that, you don't feel the urge of uh, drinking water. You sort of ignore drinking water, and that can happen. The least amount of water that I ever consume is when I'm working and I'm sitting on my desk, whether it's in my house, whether it's in my office. So, what can you do? Don't worry, I'm not going to give you the silly thing of download an app and that will send you reminders. Because trust me, I have become a pro in ignoring all the notifications that that my mobile so generously and beautifully sends me, that says please drink water, you downloaded this app for a reason. And I'm like, no, later. And considering I am a person who uses MacBook and who obviously presses update tomorrow always, if I can ignore the updates on my MacBook, there is no wonder that I can ignore all the notifications on my mobile phone. So yeah, water drinking app has personally not benefited me that much. If it benefits you, great. But no, my solutions are not an app. Um, I will tell you three simple steps in which you can increase your water intake, which have personally worked for me. Anytime where I've intentionally wanted to um, change the water that I'm drinking, change or increase the amount of water that I'm drinking day to day. Now, first, how much water should you ideally drink? It really depends on your age, your gender, your body build, but and also how what kind of climate are you living in? But personally, I think on an average, you should have 8 to 10 glasses of water, every human being. If you're having 8 to 10 glasses of water, you're pretty much sorted, and it's a very good, decent amount to have. Now, how to have that? The first thing is to keep water in your sight. And I understand that. I just started this video saying that the water was sitting on my desk for a really long time, but I didn't drink it. Now, how to make sure that water is in your sight and you make the most of it? Keep water not only in your sight, but keep it somewhere where your hand goes a lot. For example, I keep my water bottle very close to the mouse that I use. So I'm always, whenever my hand will reach out to the mouse, even though I'm engrossed in the work, what I'll do is I'll click it and then I'll see, oh, there is a bottle, because my hand automatically collides with the bottle, and I'm like, oh. And then I put it, and then I take it, and then I drink some water. So every click reminds me of my water bottle. So you have to not only keep seeing the water bottle, you also have to make sure that you come in contact with the bottle. If you keep colliding to it, your attention and your focus will go to that water bottle, and you will end up drinking it. Try that, it will really help you. Also, what happens is that in winters we don't really feel dehydrated. That's why our attention isn't really diverted to or attracted by water, because you feel like, I am not feeling thirsty, I am not dehydrated. In summers, you can't help but drink a lot of water, because you're always dehydrated. You always feel thirsty. Your mouth is going dry all the time. Not in winters. But first of all, do not go by this myth or this assumption that if it's winters, your body needs just like 3-4 glasses of water a day. Absolutely not. I understand that you don't feel dehydrated, but you still have to drink water. Just because your body is feeling a certain way, sorry, just because your body is feeling a certain way, it doesn't mean that your body also needs that. Okay? Tongue is the most misleading body organ anyways. Don't trust it that much. Second thing that you need to focus on is, whenever you find a water bottle filled, make sure that you finish it. I tell you what, having 1 glass of water or having 2 glasses of water or having 3 glasses of water, what happens with that? You have to take 3 conscious efforts to fill up the glass and have it. And then again you have to make a conscious effort, so that again you get reminded of drinking water. Then you go and you have 1 glass of water. 3 times you have to channelize your energy and train your mind to be attracted to a source of water so that you can have it. Especially if you are, I'm talking all of this about the people who are not taking as much water as they should. So what you can do is lessen your effort. Wake up, and of course everybody wakes up a little bit thirsty. Go to your kitchen or wherever you find a bottle of water which contains 2 to 3 glasses of water. Chug it, finish it completely. And as well as on your desk, keep two bottles of water, okay? So that what happens is, if you put 1 glass of water, you'll feel like, oh, now it's over. Now who will get up and go to the kitchen and fill it up again? So you completely forget about it. But if you have a bottle of water, you don't have to get up so fast. Plus, whenever your attention is on, or your focus is on the water bottle, whenever you're reminded of drinking water, you take the bottle, drink the entire thing, and your 3 glasses of water intake is done. You are done and dusted, and you have arrived, basically. So yeah, like if you have 3 glasses of water at a single go, 33% of whatever your water intake has to be, considering your water intake is about 10 glasses that you should have in a day, is done. So yeah, try chugging at least once in the morning and once in the evening a full bottle of water. It will really help you, and you don't have to make really conscious efforts to do things. Third thing that I absolutely think that everybody should do is have water 30 minutes before you're going to have your meal, have your lunch or your dinner or your whatever. I tell you why. It's really necessary for your metabolism that you don't drink water while you're having a proper meal, right? So you drink water 30, 20, 15 minutes before your lunch. Make sure, like, this is something that you have to remember. And then after your lunch is done, you will feel really thirsty. Then after 15 minutes, you'll go and you'll have water. How will it help you? If you just ignore water while you're having meals, you will feel really thirsty, because if you keep on having food, you would want water. But refrain yourself from having water while all the time that you're eating, because A, it will help your metabolism. Second thing, when you'll actually go and have water 15-20 minutes after lunch, you'll have this feeling that a restriction is lifted. For 15-20 minutes you couldn't do what you wanted to do, and now you're thirsty. Now you have this water bottle in front of you. Who will be the person then who will drink a lot of water? That will be you, my friend, because you will be thirsty and you will be craving for it. Whenever a craving is lifted, human beings tend to have it in a really large amount. That is something that happens during dieting phase. Whenever we are dieting, we feel like once a dieting is over, once a diet is over, we'll have a lot of food. But the same principle you can use for your benefit. Use your craving for water to have more water, so that your intake can be balanced. How did you like this? Did you like this? Okay. So this is something that I wanted to tell you guys. These are 3 hacks that really helped me work my way through the intake that I wanted to have in the entire day. Also, a very good thing that you should do is have a planner. Now, don't think that I am one of those people who really are trying to teach you the magic of diary writing. No. Nobody has got that much time, and I completely believe in that, to sit down and write and fulfill your diary and your planner with thoughts. No, we are too busy in converting those thoughts into actions. That I understand the hustle bustle that India is going through now, or anybody in their in the prime of their life is going through. So I get that. I'm not advising you to do that necessarily. All of the steps that I have told you right now apply to everyone across the board. Okay, so I don't want to give a suggestion which is very specific. I am just saying, have a planner in which you have to track your water intake, and that should be in the form which is in a figures. For example, I have a planner in which I make my to-do list first thing in the morning. It takes me 2 minutes to list down the things that I'm going to do. And it also has a little column in which there are 10 glasses that are drawn in the same planner. I have not drawn it, the planner came in that way. And all I had to do is I have to tick all the glasses at the end of the day. So in the starting of the day, I take 2 minutes to write down my to-do list. And before going to sleep, I open that planner and I tick whatever things I have achieved. That has a very strong effect in my mind. If out of 8 things I don't have a tick against 5 of them, I'm like, oh my god, I didn't do so much. Like, out of 8 things, 5 things I didn't achieve. So I feel really guilty about it. And I feel like, no, I have to pull up my socks and all of that. And also, it gives me a self-awareness that how productive was my day. And this tick system really works well in the water department as well. I have 10 glasses. And please be true and be honest to yourself. That in the morning you have filled up a to-do list next to which there were 10 glasses drawn up. So you will keep a count automatically through the entire day of how much glasses of water you have finished. Then you will come at the end of the day before sleeping and you will look at those 10 glasses and you will ask yourself the number. How many number of glasses am I going to take today? And make sure you specifically cross the glasses that you have not touched. Like, for example, if you have had 8, make sure that you cross the other 2. The ticking gives you satisfaction of yes, you have drunk it, you have had that intake. But that crossing, guys, oh my god, crossing the glasses gives you, it irritates you. And I don't sorry, I think I should have a lot of water. Let me just take a water break because I'm breaking in between. Wait a second. I'm back. I mean, I can't do a video on water intake and not have water for 15 minutes. A water break is very much justified in a video on water intake. Moving forward, where was I? Yeah, I'm just saying that when you cross two things, it makes you feel irritated. And I don't want you to feel irritated at the end of the day, and I don't want this to be your last thought of the day. But it motivates you. You're like, oh, I've crossed two glasses. Tomorrow you will see. I'll have full 10 ticks. And make sure when a week has ended, or 10 days have ended, or a month has ended, you go back and you turn the pages and you see how many times all 10 glasses were ticked. I cannot tell you the kind of positive effects it's going to have on you. Believe me, trust me, and do this, and you will be sorted. And also, just have a very nice outlook towards water. One more tip that I want to give to all the people: this is not something um, that is applicable across the board, but this is something that I want to give, an advice that I want to give to the people who don't like the taste of the water. Yes, you heard it absolutely right. There are a lot of friends of mine who have come to me and they have actually said, I don't like the taste of water because it's too bland. First of all, water doesn't have taste. But if you have a problem with that, what you can do is you can have things like lemonade. You can mix something to it which is something that suits your taste patterns. And please, that thing cannot be alcohol. No, no, no. That's not what I'm suggesting. You have to make sure that your kidneys work well. You don't have to make sure that your livers fail. Alcohol is not the thing I'm suggesting. Maybe you can add lemon to it. Maybe you can add a little bit of jalzeera to it. I don't know how to say jalzeera in English, but yeah, if you know it, you know it. And you can Google it. It's a Hindi word. And yeah, uh, anything, in this category, so that your water is a little bit fresh. Maybe you get those bottles in which in the middle section you can put cucumbers. Perfect, it works really well because you get that taste and that smell of cucumbers. So try and sort of flavor up and spice up your water, but make sure you get a lot of water. So yeah, and don't forget that if you want a healthy looking skin, if you want a healthy digestive system, your healthy kidneys, it's all comes back to how your stomach works. And a major part of how your stomach works depends on what you're putting into your body. And a major part of what you're putting into your body is how much water are you putting into your body. All of these things are interconnected, and it boils down to your water intake. So make sure that you don't compromise on it. And even though you don't feel like having it, please have it. This is a matter of discipline. This is a matter of training your mind to develop a habit that's positive for you and that's constructive for you. So I think it's the shortest video that I have ever, podcast that I've ever put up. It's 19 minutes or so. Let's see for how long I'm going to ramble up to end the video, because you all know that how much I ramble. But hey, if I wouldn't have rambled, this podcast wouldn't have existed. So I think it's a nice thing. What do you think? So now all of you go have a, a huge bottle of water. Just chug it and make sure that none of your moms yell at you. Have a really great day. Have really great winters. And I will meet you with the next podcast tomorrow. See you guys.